Recognition.
I have a motion at the desk,
The
Mr.
clerk will
Speaker.
report the motion.
Ms. Clark of Massachusetts moves to lay the resolution on the table.
The question is on the motion offered by the gentlewoman from Massachusetts. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I request a call of the yeas and nays.
Wow. Just wow. So, what you just saw was a snippet of the absolute firestorm that's brewing in Congress over Ilhan Omar. And let me tell you, it's about time. For too long, we've seen this kind of rhetoric go unchecked, and it's dividing our country in ways that are truly dangerous. This isn't just about political differences anymore. It's about the fundamental values that we as Americans hold dear. We're going to watch the full video, and then we're going to break down exactly why this is happening and why so many people believe that Ilhan Omar is causing more harm than good in America. So grab your popcorn and let's get into it. And hey, if you're as concerned about the direction our country is heading as I am, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with everyone you know. We need to get this conversation started.
House Resolution 713, whereas Charlie Kirk was a lifelong advocate for freedom of speech, civil political discourse, and the political engagement of youth, whereas Charlie Kirk was a man of deep faith, a husband, and a father of 2 young children. Whereas on September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on the campus of Utah Valley University while exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Whereas on September 11, 2025, one day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar gave an interview on a Zateo town hall with Mehdi Hassan in which she smeared Charlie Kirk and implied he was to blame for his own murder. Whereas on September 12, 2025, 2 days after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar reposted a video on X, formerly known as Twitter, which disparaged the character of Charlie Kirk and those mourning his death. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X states, Charlie Kirk is dead, and before the body got cold, the far right propped his corpse up as a cardinal for their holy war. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, don't be fooled. These people don't give a single shit about Charlie Kirk. They are just using his death to further their Christo-fascist agenda. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, Charlie Kirk was a reprehensible human being. He enacted his political agenda by preying on weak-minded people. He took complex socioeconomic issues and simplified them by pointing fingers at outgroups, demonizing those groups, and seeking his massive following on them. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, Charlie Kirk was a stochastic terrorist, an adamant transphobe. He denied the genocide happening in Palestine. He believed in the subjugation of women. And in his last dying words, he was spewing racist dog whistles. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, Charlie Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein and his monster shot him through the neck. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further blames Charlie Kirk for his own murder. Whereas Clause 1 of Rule 23 of the Rules of the House of Representatives provides a member, delegate, resident commissioner, officer, or employee of the House shall behave at all times in a manner that shall reflect credibly on the House. And whereas Representative Ilhan Omar's actions in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk are reprehensible and affect the dignity and integrity of the proceedings of the House and do not reflect credibly on the House, now therefore be it resolved that 1, Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. 2, Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. 3, Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. And 4, Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget of the House.
All right, so we just watched the whole thing, and honestly, it's even more infuriating than I thought. Let's break this down. First off, you have the resolution to censure Ilhan Omar. And let's be clear, this isn't some knee-jerk reaction. This is the culmination of years of her making comments that are, to put it mildly, deeply problematic. The resolution brings up the assassination of Charlie Kirk, a conservative voice, and how, in the immediate aftermath, Ilhan Omar was on social media, not mourning, not calling for unity, but essentially blaming the victim. Think about that for a second. A prominent American is murdered for his political beliefs, and a sitting member of Congress basically says, well, he had it coming. And this isn't a one-off thing. We've seen her make comments that have been widely condemned as anti-Semitic, like her infamous "It's all about the Benjamin's baby" tweet, referring to Jewish influence in politics. She's also been accused of trivializing the 9/11 attacks, saying, some people did something. These aren't just gaffes or misunderstandings. This is a pattern of behavior that shows a deep-seated hostility towards certain groups of Americans and a complete lack of respect for our country's history and values. Now let's talk about the motion to table the resolution. For those of you who aren't familiar with congressional procedure, this is basically a way to sweep the whole thing under the rug. Instead of having an open debate and a vote on whether or not to censure her, they just vote to table it, and it goes away. It's a cowardly move, and it's a slap in the face to all the people who have been hurt by her words. It's a way of saying, we don't care what she said, we're going to protect our own. And the vote itself was so close. It really shows you the deep divide in our country right now. You have one side that's willing to stand up and say, this is not okay. And you have another side that's so blinded by partisan loyalty that they're willing to defend the indefensible. Look, this isn't about politics. This is about right and wrong. When you have a member of Congress who is consistently making statements that are divisive, that are hateful, and that are frankly un-American, you have to ask yourself, is this really who we want representing us? Is this the kind of person we want making decisions that affect all of our lives? The simple truth is, Ilhan Omar is causing more harm than good. She's not a bridge builder, she's a divider. She's not a healer, she's a flamethrower. And it's time for us to say, enough is enough. The Republicans who brought this resolution are on the right side of history. They're the ones who are standing up for what's right, and I, for one, stand with them.